This is a video on mathematics for the students of class 7 and our topic of discussion is integers. This is the second part of the video, and in the first part we have already discussed about what are integers and the different properties of integers and their effect in case of addition of the numbers. Now in this video we'll be discussing about different properties of integers and how do they affect in case of subtraction of integers. So let's move on. Properties of integers on subtraction. So before moving on, let us first quickly revise what we've learned in the previous video. So the whole numbers and the negative numbers are together called integers. Like you see, -3, -2, -1, these are your negative numbers and they are also called negative integers. And your whole numbers, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So these are your whole numbers. So when we combine them, all these numbers together are your integers, and integers are denoted by letter Z. Like for whole numbers are denoted by W and your natural numbers are denoted by N. Similarly, integers are denoted by letter Z. So let us now move to the first property, that is your closure property. Now when we were discussing addition, I've told you that if I add any two integers, the answer that we get is also an integer. Like 12 is an integer, 7 is an integer. So if you add 12 plus 7, that is 19. So 19 is an integer. Similarly, in case of subtraction also, if two integers are subtracted, the answer that you get is also an integer. For example, 12 minus 7. So 12 minus 7 we know is 5. So since all these three numbers are an integer, so difference of any two integers is also an integer. So this is your closure property. Next we have commutative property. So in case of addition, we had seen that if I rearrange the words, if we rearrange the numbers in any order, our answer remains the same. For example, if you say 7 plus 4 or 4 plus 7, your answer remains 11. But in case of subtraction, we see that when I subtract 7 and 4, my answer is 3. But if I rearrange or if I change the position of the numbers, my answer differs. Now if you see 7 minus 4 is 3, but if I write 4 minus 7, my answer becomes -3. That means 7 minus 4 is not equal to 4 minus 7. So we can say that integers are not commutative in case of subtraction. So commutative property does not hold in case of subtraction. Third property of subtraction is associative property. Now if you remember, in case of addition also, if I had rearranged the numbers in any order, like if I write A plus B plus C or I write C plus A plus B, my answer remains the same, but it does not happen the same in case of subtraction. In case of subtraction, if you see 7 minus 4 minus 2, my answer is 5. But if I rearrange the numbers in different order, so 7 minus 4 minus 2 gives 1. That means my answer here also is not the same. Both the equation, if I change the position of the numbers, the answer that I get is different. So in first case, I got my answer as 5, but in second case, my answer is 1. That means associative property does not stand for subtraction. So this is some of the properties that we've discussed, properties of integers that we've discussed and what are its effect on subtraction. Now in this slide, let us solve a few questions. I've got the first question for you, that is subtract minus 134 from the sum of 38 and minus 87. So 38, from the sum of 38 and minus 87, we have to subtract the number minus 134. So your first step is to calculate the sum of 38 and minus 87, that is your minus 49, because plus minus, if you remove the bracket, it becomes 38 minus 87. Since minus 80, the face value of this number is more, so your answer will be minus 49. Now since from the sum of these two numbers we had to subtract 134, That means from minus 49 we have to subtract minus 134. So now minus minus becomes plus as we remove the bracket. So minus 49 plus 134 gives us 85. So this is how we solve this sum. Let's see the second question. The sum of two integers is 65. If one of them is minus 31, find the other. So the sum of any two integer we know is an integer as per our closure property. So let us consider the other number be a or other integer be a. So we know that minus 31 plus a should be 65. So plus minus 31 plus a is equal to 65. So if I take 31 to the other side of the equal to, it has to become positive. So 65 plus 31 is 96. So your other number is 96. So if I solve this equation, 96 plus minus 31, my answer will be 65. So this is all we have. The next slide, I've actually arranged few questions for you. These are similar to what I have already discussed, and some of the questions I have also discussed in the previous slide, so it will be easier for you to solve. It's better if you copy these questions, or you can take a screenshot of this question and try and solve them. This is all we have from this portion. Thank you.